Hi friends, welcome to V Swain's Shoebox Sundays. So today I have a shopping haul presentation for you from Joann's Fabrics. As most of you probably know, Joann's is going out of business and my store has all their inventory 60% off to 90% off. There wasn't a lot of 90% off merchandise, but they did have some Christmas items that were 90% off, including this really wonderful ribbon. Not necessarily for shoeboxes, although sometimes I do use ribbon in my shoeboxes. This is more for my crafting stash. I use a lot of ribbon when I make little mini scrapbooks or folio albums. And this ribbon is really cute. They had a lot more than this. They had wired ribbon, and some of this is even non-Christmas themed. Some of this has mushrooms on it. Okay, so I got several items at 60% off, including some really cute erasers. I got these owl themed erasers, 3 to a pack, and these heart-shaped erasers, 4 to a pack. These were 80 cents each. And I also got some butterflies. There's only 3 in a pack there. But these were all 80 cents each, and I got a bunch because I think these are so great for shoeboxes or filler pencil packs. And I saw another lady there buying a bunch of those, so I thought I better not wait. And so I actually snatched up everything that was left. I found a lot of school supplies related items, but a lot of it just wasn't cheap enough for me yet. I hope to go back next week. The sign at the front of the store said it was going to be open for 10 more days. I think if I go back, I'll find more items at a steeper discount. I did find these scissors, and I was a little disappointed because I thought they were going to be cheaper than they actually were. I got these full-size scissors for older kids. They were $1.60, so that I thought was a pretty good price for the larger full-size all-purpose scissors. But I thought these Fiskars scissors were for little kids were going to be cheaper than they were. These were also $1.60. But I went ahead, when I got up to the register and found out how much they were, I went ahead and got them because I am low on scissors. I don't have enough scissors for the rest of my boxes for this year. So I like these. It's a good brand, and I got these for $1.60. That's actually cheaper than regular price at Walmart. So I think I got a pretty good deal on those, and I needed them. Now, the clerk at the store wasn't being very careful. When I was putting my items up on the counter for her to scan them, she scanned them, but then didn't put them in the bag right away. And the merchandise was piling up, and I had to be really careful because I thought she might double scan an item. And it turns out she didn't do that, but she did put some items in my bags that she didn't scan. And so I came home with a few items that I didn't pay for. They weren't on my receipt anywhere, and I checked carefully. These socks, these St. Patrick's Day themed socks, I think they should have been 80 cents, but they were not on my receipt. So I did not pay anything for those socks. And also these ice cream cups and spoons in the shape of baseball cap helmets. There's 3 in a pack here, and these were regularly $6.99. I think they should have been about, I don't know, over $1, but I ended up not paying anything for these. They just were not on my receipt, but the clerk did put them in my bag. And then the last item I didn't pay for was this Captain America tie stuffy. And this did not have a tag on it. The tag had come off, and you can see the string there. So I knew it came off, and we even talked about it, but the clerk laid this item aside. She was going to look it up, the price, at least I thought so, but then she ended up putting it in my bag without charging me for it. So this was another item that I came home with that I didn't pay for, and I checked my receipt 2 and 3 times to make sure, and nope, I did not pay for this item. So that's too bad. I didn't intend for that to happen. This little mini plush here, this Christmas tree, was with the Christmas items that were marked 90% off. So I took it up thinking it was going to be 90% off or 40 cents, but it actually scanned at a much higher price than that. But it was supposed to be a slap bracelet, but the slap bracelet part had come off. And so I asked the clerk if, I pointed that out and asked her if I could pay 40 cents or 90% off for it, because there was some Christmas items that were 90% off. And she said, sure. So I paid 40 cents for this little plush. It'll be cute in a filler pack of some sort. And the next item that I'm showing you is not exactly what I thought either. It is a Scribble Scrubby, Crayola Scribble Scrubby, and I paid $2.40 for this. And I thought it was going to come with an animal to color, the markers, the brush to clean it with so you can recolor it, and this little house, which I thought was going to be like a plastic house that you could use to play with the little figure. But no, it did not come with a little plastic house. It came with this box. This box is the house. So this front part here actually is perforated and actually will come off, so you don't have, the printing on there. It'll just look like the front of the house. And so it'll still be fun for the child to play with the Scribble Scrubby with this house. But yeah, the house was just the cardboard box that it came in. To get something like this at Walmart, though, at full price, I think it's like $3.97 or $3.67 or something. So I still think I got a good deal on that. Okay, so my Joann's had a lot of Care Bears items. Kids' crafts, just a lot of Care Bear items. A lot of it was larger than what I purchased. But I got these Rainbow Loom brand bracelet kits. They come with the loom and the bands and the hook and charms to put on the bracelet when you're done making it. And I paid $1.20, I believe. I'm looking up the price here on the receipt. And yes, I paid $1.20 for these Care Bears Rainbow Loom kits, which I think is a really good price for what it is. So the next Care Bears product is a diamond painting kit. I love diamond painting kits. I'd love to do them myself, and I think this one is adorable. It's a Care Bears themed one, and I think an older girl or boy would love this kit. And this was $1. No, it was $3. I remember now because it was the same as what you can see there on the front. It's 360 gems, but it was $3.60 for that kit. Okay, I got some fabric, some fat quarters. They didn't have a lot available, but I did find these cute ones for 60 cents per fat quarter. I liked the farm animal print on 2 of these here, and then the colorful striped pattern on the next 2. And my friend Trish has told me that you need 2 fat quarters to make a tote bag. So I thought maybe these 4 fat quarters would make 2 tote bags. And I'm actually giving these to Trish, along with some other fabric that I had in my stash, because I don't know how to sew, and she does. She makes beautiful tote bags. I think she's going to make some for herself and some for me. So I picked those up for 60 cents. She told me that was a really good deal. Okay, I got some permanent markers. It's just an off-brand. I guess it's the Joann's brand. I'm not really even sure what that brand is called, but these are permanent markers, and these were $1.60 for 6. So not a bad price. I'd like to put those in my shoeboxes once in a while. This is a matching board game. But the fun thing about this is all the pieces come in this canvas bag and you color your own. This comes with markers, so you can color your own bag, and then each player colors the pieces first, and then you turn the pieces over and play the matching game. And this was $2.80 marked down from $6.99. So I think that will be a fun game. It's a craft and a game, 2 in 1. I got these cookie cutters in packs of 6 for $1. They're Easter themed, but I think these are perfect for sending along with Play-Doh. They seem to be a pretty good size to send along with 1 or 2 little canisters of Play-Doh. And I don't have very many of these in my stash, but I have lots of Play-Doh. So I picked those up for $1 each, $1 for 6 pieces. I got some more rainbow loom. These were Christmas themed. And these kits, bracelet kits, came in these containers shaped like candy canes. And they came with the loom, the instructions, the bands, the hook, and some charms to put on the bracelet when you're done making the bracelet. Of course, they come with the hooks to put the bracelet together. They come with everything you need. And these were $1.60. That's a really good price for those kits. Rainbow Loom is the best brand. Okay, so I got this figure, this miraculous figure of Ladybug for 99 cents. It's really cute, really good quality. I got some clear tape, which I desperately need in my household. This 2-pack was, I believe, $1.60. I got these erasers. These were $3.60 for 15 pieces. 15 little erasers. They're magical themed or princess themed or fantasy themed. There's even the Eiffel Tower. There is a unicorn. There's the Eiffel Tower and a unicorn, a heart-shaped pineapple, and a flamingo, and a stocking cap, and a princess wand. And I love including novelty, fun erasers in my boxes and pencil packs. And so this comes out to be, I guess, about 30 cents a piece for each eraser. I thought that was a pretty good deal, and it's nice to buy them all in the same pack. This Encanto velvet poster probably wasn't the best deal because I think you could buy similar items at Dollar Tree, and this was more expensive than $1.25. I don't remember how much I paid. I think it was more like $1.30 or something like that. But it does come with 5 markers, and I'm doing an Encanto themed box, and so I picked that up, and this is probably my favorite find. This is a sticker play set or sticker activity pad, and it comes with, it's huge, so I'm going to have to divide up the stickers, cut them apart, divide them up, but it came with several sheets of stickers. I mean, look at all these stickers. And it also came with play scenes to put the stickers on. So I can also, trim down the play scenes and fix them up so that they'll fit in a box. I can cut them and laminate them and fold so that and cut them so they fold down the middle, just like I do my play mats. and then send some of the stickers along with that. And that will create a fun play set for the child. The airplanes, here's the scene of Broadway, the beach. And if I didn't mention, this is LOL. LOL character themed stickers and play scenes. That looks like it's for the movies. It looks like a film reel there. There's a stage that says Style Queens or something. Here's movie posters. So again, a movie scene. And here's a stage with a disco ball. These are really fun scenes. Here's another beach scene with a city. It's countryside, mountains, palm trees. Very pretty colors. And here is a diner scene. Looks like a diner on the beach. Here's another beach scene with beautiful colors and the sunset, the palm trees. And then it just came with this paper. This is just like drawing paper. Or, stickers could be put on these pages too. And this will have to be trimmed or folded. I'm not really sure how I'll divide that up amongst several boxes, but I'll figure it out. I'm a paper crafter, so I'll figure that out. I love working with paper and figuring out things to do with paper. This last section unfolds. These pieces in the middle unfold, and there's another sticker scene. That's going to be a little bit harder to divide up to make it fit in a box, but I'm going to try to figure something out because I love this activity set. It comes with this big wall sticker right in the middle. I'm not sure if that'll fit in a shoebox, but I'll figure it out. So like I said, I'm going to go back next week. The sign said that the store will be open 10 more days. I think maybe the discounts will be steeper, maybe in a week. There was a lot of yarn left at my Joann's, and it was still a little too pricey for me, but I am going to check it out in a few days to see if it's a better price, and I may check out and see if they have more fabric at a better price, and if they have better prices on the toys and crafts and school supplies. My Joann still had quite a bit left. Stuffies. My Joann's had a lot of stuffies. Not necessarily the cheapest price out there, but the ones they had were unique and different. And this corn cob stuffy and 3 peas in a pod stuffy were just adorable, and I wanted them for another farm box. And here we have a frog and cherries on a stem. Now these stuffies were not $1.40. I wrote $1.40 on the tags, but that is wrong. That is wrong. They were more like $2.40. They were 60% off, and there were a lot of even larger stuffies there that still would have been fine for a shoebox, but they were still a little too pricey, and I may check them out at a later date. This is the biggest one I got. It's a pineapple. It's not a Squishmallow, but it's an off-brand, and I think I paid $3.20 or $3.20 for that, I believe. And this was also $3.20. This one reminded me of a little Miss Memes stuffy. It's heart-shaped. It's cute. It has legs with little tennis shoes on. I think this will be adorable and for a little girl box. And it's squishable and huggable and just really cute. And so that is my haul from Joann Fabrics, and I hope you enjoyed watching, and we'll come back again real soon for another unboxing. Bye for now, friends.